Yo. Hey, yo, what's up? Hey, yo, what's up? What's cracking? How are you all doing? I hope everybody's having a good week. Hope everybody had a good week last week, right? And like it's Monday today, right? So I hope the rest of your week is a good week. Hello, Illuminati Madden League. Bradley here, the commissioner of the Illuminati Madden League. I am the commissioner of the Illuminati Madden League. I am the community manager of Team Fix, a CFM community on Discord. We got some stuff in the pipes with that, and we're going to be doing some stuff with that and joint with like the Illuminati Madden League. More info coming soon, but there's some shows and some other stuff in the works. We are also affiliated with Madden Core, the largest CFM community or like Discord community on the Discord. We are a diamond league over there, one of two diamond leagues, which from what I understand is the highest tier of league you can be. So cool crap. And we are also affiliated with League Crawler. So shout out to Knives over in League Crawler. You my guy. I love you, Knives. I love you, Knives. Also shout out to Nick over in Madden Core. Yeah. Also our Chiefs owner. So shout out to the proper people to shout out. Also, and you know, if we're shouting out those people, like we're shouting out like the leadership of League Crawler and Madden Core. Let's also shout out the leadership of Team Fix. Like I mentioned, I'm the community manager over there, right? But there are many people over there that make what we do over there possible. So shout out to the staff people over there. Shout out to Evo, I love you. Shout out to Julian. You're pretty cool, man. You're pretty cool. Like we got an amazing team over in Team Fix. We also have an amazing team here in the Illuminati Madden League. I probably shouldn't be doing what I'm doing with my mic right now. That's probably not good. It's probably not good. Thing you shouldn't do when you're recording a show, like move your mic everywhere. I'm like, I like playing with things. I want things to play with. But anyways, we'll leave it there. That's fine. So, we are in week number 5 of the Illuminati Madden League. We will be doing kind of like around. This is like an around the league type thing. We're going to be talking about things that have gone on in the league, and we're going to be doing these on a weekly basis. We've kind of done a couple other shows in the past. We're calling this Illuminati Weekly. For now, I've called it like 2 other things, and I've been hesitant on like calling it something during the show, but it's a weekly show on the Illuminati Weekly. I tried to come up with something real cool, but I couldn't think of anything, so we're just going with Illuminati Weekly. And this is probably like the first proper Illuminati Weekly we've done because we're actually rolling. Our first week of rolling, I feel like was a huge success. Shout out to everybody in the league. I love you all. You all are making this league absolutely amazing. We have an amazing team of graphic creators. I think there's like 7 or 8 like super high quality master level graphics guys. Like stop and think about that. Like we got like 8 people that are like graphic genies. Like if we can organize all the hands we have on deck properly, the level of content that we should be putting out is second to nothing. And like we put out a ton of crap, but with like the amount of people, the skilled people we have here in the league, I feel like it could be way better. But trying to organize people is difficult. So like maybe we'll be able to raise it up to an even higher bar. I'm hoping as we progress, right? Like we can raise the bar even higher. We have the personnel right now to just like hit a home run so far out that like it's ridiculous. I'm going to say this now, like people that are like, this is the best league ever. That kind of rubs me wrong because like this is like we're like, oh, like you got to look beyond your 32. You got to look at the entire community. People are like, we're the best. I feel like you're like closing the door on everyone else, and I don't want to do that. But like, and like that's not what I'm doing because like I'll do anything to help any other league, right? But like the personnel that we have right now in this league, like I've not seen anything like it, and the people we got lined up waiting to get in the league, holy freaking crap. Like I'm just like, who's it gonna be? Like who am I booting to get in? The people I got waiting to get in that gotta be in, like because we got people that are waiting to be in. I'm like like I sent like some of our staff like a message yesterday, just like funny gifs of like just me like salivating at the mouth over the people waiting to get in because like holy crap, like let's just move on. We're moving on. So we've got like our first week under our belt, and a couple things to touch on with like the first week and kind of like things I'm noticing. Something that I am noticing, people are like, I think people might not like the way that trades are operating. We've kind of taken a little bit of an out of the box approach, like most leagues, right? Like they give you like 2 or 3 like trades a season. We're not doing that. Basically, we're saying make as many freaking trades as you want, right? Go trade crazy, trade whatever you want, but our trade committee is going to be ruthless. And there have been a ridiculous amount of trades that have been declined, and there's been people rubbed wrong by that. And anytime you got trades being declined, like people are going to get rubbed wrong. So there's a lot of trades that have been declined, and it's not like and like almost every single one of my trades have been declined. So it's not like favoritism or anything like that, right? Like I'm the commissioner, one of the 2 commissioners, and almost all of my trades have been declined. And like not only have not like almost all of them been declined, but I've had trades that were declined like boom, like before I could even like look in the trade committee channel, like before I could click the notification of the trade being posted, like there were already people like, yeah, no, we're not doing that, and like they're declining it. But I will say I am happy with the amount of trades that have been declined, right? Like me personally, when I'm voting on a trade, like I'm not voting on a trade in the sense of like do I feel it's equal? Like that's not like why what I vote. That's not like what I look at when I like vote on a trade. When I vote on a trade, what I personally am looking at is God forbid there's a horrible situation where we have to fill this team in the future. The person coming in and that inherits this team, will they be in a position where they can gladly take the reins and run happily with the team they have? And like that's what I look at. And trade committees are very fickle, right? Like I have like what I look at when I'm voting on a trade, and like what I look at when I'm voting on a trade might not be what the other trade committee members are looking at. And like I can guarantee it's not, because we've had people inherit a team like, what the heck is this? These trades are stupid. Who approved these trades, right? Like we've already had like 2 scenarios like that where we've had like new owners come in, they're like, what the heck, right? So me personally, I vote on kind of protecting like my like what I look at when I'm voting on like voting on a trade. Like I'm voting on the trade on behalf of future owners. So yeah, say what you want, and like what I look at might not be what the others look at, and like I think that's fine. That like what I look at and like what I'm voting on the trade for, right, might not be what Estrada or Luar is voting on the trade for, right? Like I think that's perfectly fine. Like if there was like a consistent like this is what we're voting on, like why even have the trade committee? And like if there was like a consistent of this is how to get your trade approved, then people are going to gamify that, right? So that's kind of my take on it, but it is what it is. There has been a lot of turnover. I think like the first week, like week number 1 in the league, there was I think like 6 people that turned over. And I think at this point, like we've turned over a third of the league. And anytime you have a new league, like that's going to be the case. You are going to have a high volume of turnover as we build our core. And what really impresses me, the massive amount of turnover we had week 1, we still advanced early. We had people lined up waiting to get in. They were chomping at the bit. They got in. They got their teams. They scheduled their games. They got their games in, and we're pretty strongly consistent, like advancing early. 2 out of our 4 advances, I believe, have been early advances. So you'll love to see that, and let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. I have said this in chat. I've not said it on a show or in the couple of shows we've done, but my goal is for us to hit 5 seasons. And if we don't hit 5 seasons, I can tell you right now, it's not going to be because of us. It will be because of EA. As long as EA doesn't screw us over, we will hit 5 seasons with a January start. Mark it down. It's happening. We've had a lot of turnover. That's to be expected, but in the mix of the turnover, not only are guys still getting in games, but with the turnover in the waiting list that we have, like we have A plus 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 guys waiting to get in the league. Like I think there's only been 2 guys that have left the league. That's like, man, I didn't want to lose that guy. That guy was gold. Shout out to Mark, you're a beautiful man. Shout out to Mostradamus. I love you. Okay. Everybody else, nah. And we're gonna talk about one of them here in a little bit. We're gonna talk about one of the ones that left here in a little bit. Let me tell you what, dude just gave us a gold mine of content. We're gonna get to it. I wasn't gonna put the guy on blast, but I feel like my hands have been forced because we may have an owner that may be suspended or like from like PSN for a week because, well, we'll get into it. All right. Yeah, let's shift gears a little bit, right? We have completed 4 weeks. We are in week 5. We are now in week 5. Right before like coming on to record this video, we advanced to week 5. Next to me is now a graphic depicting all of the week 5 games. There's some good ones on here. One of the games I personally have an eye on is the Eagles-Cardinals game. I believe that game is going to be a good game. Our game of the week, the game of the week for week number 5, though, is the Bears and the Vikings. Jordan's Bears and is that King Schiff? Am I right on that? I believe King Schiff is the Vikings. Let me double check that real quick. No, not King Schiff. It is King Nelson. King Nelson is the Vikings. We've got multiple Kings in the league. That's fine. So we've got Jordan's Bears and King Nelson's Vikings colliding in our week 5 game of the week. I don't believe that game has been scheduled yet, but once it is, if I am able to slide in and do some commentary on it, we will do that. If the game goes down tonight, I probably won't be able to do commentary on it, but if the game goes down tomorrow, we'll probably slide in and do some commentary on it. We'll keep you posted on that. I'm not really sure, like we have our like game of the week channel every week where people can kind of slide in and vote on like their prediction on who's going to win the game and also their prediction on the score, and you got chances to win bits. And the mix of that, when I look at this game, like I don't have like a solid answer of who I think is going to win, right? I think it could go either way. A big part of my hesitation of not knowing who to go with is I don't feel like I have my thumb yet on everybody's skill level. From the little bit of information I do have on the guys, I would probably go with King Nelson. So King Nelson is my pick to win this game. We'll see how it plays out. From what I have heard about Jordan, right? Well, over in Inferno, they call him Jormid. So they say he's mid. So I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But for now, my pick for the week 5 game of the week is King Nelson and his Vikings. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's take a look at. I want to take a moment to talk about the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs is a team that coming into the league, right? The Chiefs were incredibly hyped up. They've been hyped up to the max. They've gotten an incredible amount of love. They've gotten an incredible amount of love. Not only have they gotten an incredible amount of love, we did a show with him. On that show, he claimed he was going to sweep both the Raiders and the Chargers. He claimed he was going to sweep them And he's also made some killer trades and brought in ridiculous talent. So we let's see depth chart. Looking at his depth chart, right? He's got Patrick Mahomes, the 99 X Factor quarterback. We all know Patrick Mahomes, right? Like, no explanation needed. He pulled off a trade with the 49ers, bringing in Christian McCaffrey, right? And he has Travis Kelce, 99 overall tight end. And then he pulled off a trade with the Raiders, bringing in 98 overall wide receiver Devontae Adams. So let's slow down. Let's slow down and talk about this. Dude has Patrick Mahomes, 99 overall quarterback. Dude has Christian McCaffrey, 95 overall halfback. Dude has Travis Kelce, 99 overall tight end. Dude has Devontae Adams, 98 overall wide receiver. An absolutely ridiculous team. Like, saying like it's an absolutely ridiculous team, honestly, is selling this team short. This team is absolutely ridiculous. Despite the team being absolutely ridiculous, though, he's sitting at a record of 1-3. Pulling up his schedule, he lost to the Cardinals, right? He lost to the Cardinals 35, or no, not, he didn't lose to the Cardinals. He beat the Cardinals. He beat the Cardinals week 1, 35-32. Week 2, he loses to Julian and the Chargers, one of the teams he said that he was going to sweep. He loses 31-17. And then in week 2 game, we pulled off. We were able to slide in and commentate that. He should have won it. He missed a field goal to win it. Yeah. The Colts game. The Colts game was a game of the week, and he ends up losing the game of the week 17-21. And then last week, week number 3, no, not week number 3, week number 4, he loses to the Buccaneers. Now, I want us to look at this Buccaneers game, okay? Didn't pull the game up. Let's go back to schedule. Okay, here it is. Not only did he lose, he got destroyed. The final of the game was 6-42. Now, there's a stat. There's a stat I want us to look at with this, right? He loses 6-42, but look at this total yards here. Total yards. Let's kind of try and zoom in on this. You know what? No, that's not going to work. Neon Sports, like this. I need to find a way to make Neon Sports work better for this. Okay, you can't see this too well here. The total yards. The Chiefs put up total yards of 125 yards, right? The Chiefs only put together 125 yards. The Buccaneers, with their 6-42 victory over the Chiefs, the Buccaneers only put up 219 yards. They only put up 219 yards, and they win the game 6-42. This can only mean one thing. That one thing being Nick beat himself. Nick beat himself. We go over to player stats. Patrick Mahomes, he went 7 out of 16. Completion percentage of 43.75. He was sacked 3 times, but the stat that sells it all, 6 interceptions. Nick threw 6 interceptions. He only completed 43.75% of his passes. There were 6 interceptions. 6 interceptions, and he had 7 completions. 7 completions, 6 interceptions. He only had 1 more completion than interceptions. Not a good look. Not a good look. This is a really, really rough game. Like, this game, Nick. This game, my guy. Like, this is a really, really rough look, man. Like I'm gonna go out on a limb, right? And I'm gonna say that this game is an exception to the rule. Like this game is not this game cannot be a normal Nick performance with how much Nick has been hyped up in the build up to the league, right? Let's go to standings. What is the standings of the divisions? I want to go to the division standings. All right. So, Nick, looking at your division standings, you're 1-3. The Raiders and the Broncos are also 1-3. Um, Julian, though, is sitting at 4-0. Let's slide in and look at Julian's schedule. Julian's already played Buck once. Man, it's hard to look at these games and be like, okay, this game's going to be hard. This game's going to be cake, right? Because we don't know what a lot of guys are really bringing, you know. Julian is off to a really strong start. Nick, it's one. You're 1-3, man. It's only week 5. Turn it around, brother. Turn it around. Hopping back over to the divisions. Let's look at it. Okay, the AFC South has 2 winless teams. There's only so Nick, there's only 2 undefeated teams left in the AFC, man. So like you're 1-3. It's a horrible start. I mean, there's still time to pull it around. You got Patrick Mahomes, you got Travis Kelce, you got Devontae Adams, you got Christian McCaffrey. You came in and before the additions of Devontae Adams and Christian McCaffrey, you were hyped to no end. Turn it around, man. You're 1-3. Like I want to see you in the playoffs. Turn it around, get it done. Turn it around, get it done. Shifting gears away from Nick. We got something to talk about. We've got something to talk about. So, I don't even remember what advance it was, right? Some crap went down, and further crap has gone down since crap went down. Our original Cowboys owner basically rage quit and left the league, and there's been follow-up drama, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We weren't originally, like I wasn't originally going to talk about it, but things have kind of, like if it just would have been dude rage quit and left, like we would move on from it. Like we wouldn't talk about it, but there's been further development. I think the best way to do this is to just take it from the top, right? We're just going to take it from the top. This is the chat log from the night things went down. All right. So BKO ends up joining the league, okay? And his first game in the league, we see him here tagging Luar. He says, Luar, my first game here, and I already got someone closing the app. What is this? What he means by closing the app is dude quit in the middle of the game. Dude just quit. Dude just quit. It was the end of the game under the 2-minute warning, I believe. And dude quits. Dude quits. And before we go into this, let's hop over and we're going to look at the chat logs from dude when he messages me, because while the guy is in the chat be like, oh, this guy rage quit on me, we got dude here messaging me. Before he messages me before the game, he's upset because this top message up here, right, is him being upset. Wait, hang on. I did as you asked. This is a response to, so dude was Cowboys. There was with the EA like deleting the leagues or whatever. We originally created our league. Tons of trades went down. That got deleted in the mass deletion, and then we recreate the leagues, and basically people have to come in and redo all their trades. All the trades from the first one was honored. It was really like it's super easy to honor. However, between our original roster and the roster that we ended up with, there was like a player that got cut, I believe, on the Cardinals and picked up by the Cowboys, and we asked Cowboys to cut that guy, send him back to the Cardinals because the Cardinals had traded that corner or something. So shouldn't have been a big deal, but I think he's a little bit upset about that. And I guess the guy he was playing, the Buccaneers, wasn't prompt right there as soon as the game started. So this timestamp is 10:13. They were scheduled for 10 Eastern. So there was a little bit of delay in getting started. So he's upset about that. So he says, I did as you asked, referring to releasing the player. Then he goes on to say, also, I need to know how long I need to wait for this MFer before I get the force. I'm not trying to stay up late. I get up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym, and the earliest I could play was 10, or the earliest he could play was 10 Eastern. I don't think 10 Eastern is an unreasonable time to be like, I can't play until 10 Eastern. 10 Eastern is what, like 7 p.m. for Cali guys? Like, there are many times I can't play until 7 p.m. Eastern time over here in Ohio. If you're going to be in a league, like, you have to understand there's probably guys over in Cali in this league as well, so I need to be able to accommodate time zones that are not my own, you know. But anyways, that's fine. An hour later, towards the end of the game, man, I'm going to retire. This league isn't for me. Guys running PA when it makes zero sense. Motion hiking, running up the score when you can literally chew the clock and end the game. LMAO going for 2 when he has a 3-score lead. Yeah, F that. We're going to come back to the rest of what he says here, but I do want to go over to the chat log from that was happening at the same time, or it was a little bit later. Okay, so but basically it would have corresponded with like why dude was going for it. Okay, so the guys like Luar, first game here, guys already quitting. Buck says a commissioner of the league too. Yes, that is true, Buck. This guy is a commissioner of the league. 2 leagues, I understand, because they're on both Xbox and PlayStation. Jordan with the crying emoji, and then BKO, the guy he's playing, with screenshots. Basically screenshots of him scoring again. However, he makes comments afterwards. He called a timeout as I was running out the clock. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Wait. This just got really good. So we go over to Guy's comments, okay? And he says, Guy over here says, one of his complaints is Guy is running up the score when he can literally chew clock in end game. But then we go over here and dude says he called a timeout as I was chewing out the clock. Play stupid, win stupid prizes. So you're upset. Cowboys is upset because Buccaneers isn't ending the game, but then do you see the issue here? Buccaneers tries to run out the clock, but Cowboys says, no, I'm going to call timeout. Listen. If you're going to be aggressive on your end, don't get upset when the guy on the other end shows aggression as well. So I mean, I think BKO said it very well here. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. We'll go through and look at the rest of kind of the chat logs here. Another crying face. Was that Wild? I play Cowboys next week. Buck says, yeah. AJ says, can't believe Wild would do that, to be honest. Buck responds, I do. NGL, not going to lie. Crying face from AJ. Estrada says, I can. We have a screenshot here, and we'll see more of this screenshot because it evolves from BKO sending the Cowboys a message post-game, I guess. AJ responds, wait, I looked up the bingo, not important. Julian says LMAO wild quit question mark. AJ, I guess so. Estrada ain't the first time. Julian D. Big L says okay, not relevant. Not relevant. Stinky says don't that MF run a league. Julian responds, yeah. Buck says, yeah, he does. Stinky says, cringe. How you just rage quit a game and ruin your reputation. Let's go back over here. Look at the conversation with Wild from that night. Man, I'm going to retire. This league isn't for me. Guys running PA when it makes 0 sense. Motion hiking, running up the score when he literally can choke locking in the game. Elmo going for 2 when he has 3 score lead. Yeah, I have that. I respond, if you want to leave, that's fine. I support whatever you want to do. If you have issues with the gameplay, you're welcome to present rule ideals. They may or not be acted on. We have a light set of rules. If that's not for you, it's not for you. Wild responds, and I'm over here playing with no CPU assist and didn't know it was on individuals, so people get to use ball hawk. What? What did he say? That what? And I'm over here playing with no CPU assist and didn't know it was on individual people, so people get to use ball hawk. I mean, so my response to this, you sign up for a league, you read the rules of the league, you play in the league. Like, it shouldn't be a surprise to you that there's not a rule that says, okay, ball hog off. Like, that's not a rule. You should have read the rules. You should have knew this before you joined the league. And then he responds, okay, I'm out. Deuces. All right, bye. He responds here, maybe the next time the guy can be a more sportsman-like game from that dude was a waste of my time. He didn't deserve the stats. So you're complaining about the guy being more sportsmanlike when the guy calls a timeout while he's running out the clock. And then he plays aggressive after you call the timeout. So you're upset because of that? And you're upset about his sportsmanship, but then you rage quit? And look, right here, catch this. He didn't deserve the stats. He didn't deserve the stats, acknowledging the rage quit to me. And then we got a meme here. Hey, GG's, bro. Good fight, man. And then I come down here and I ask him, you quit the game? I was honestly just kind of surprised and still kind of processing everything, right? And so I just like respond. It's like a rhetorical question, right? Like, I'm not really asking, did you quit the game, right? It's like a rhetorical question because I'm in disbelief. And he basically, one message earlier, like, acknowledges it. He didn't deserve the stats. And now, get his response here. Dude backtracks so hard here. Nah, my kid turned the PlayStation off when he seen how beat off I was getting because the dude was being a prick, and I turned it off. And turned it off. Really. We back up 2 messages from you. He didn't deserve the stats. My guy. This message right here. Do you know what that is? I will tell you exactly what that message is. That is a lie. This is a lie. Your kid did not turn it off. You admitted to quitting the game right there. He didn't deserve the stats. You know what? He did deserve the stats. He beat you, and you quit the game with under the 2-minute warning. You rage quit the game. He didn't deserve the stats. Yes, he did. He beat you. You joined a league. You agreed to the rules, and he beat you. He beat you under the rules of the league. You may not like it, but it is what it is. Take ownership of your crap. You lost. You got beat. Don't make up bullcrap excuses. Your kid did not turn off the game. He didn't deserve the stats. You admitted to it. Now, earlier today, this morning, I wake up to chat and BKO dropped screenshots of his conversation with Wild. So I guess it was Wednesday when it was Tuesday night when the game happened. So Tuesday night the game happened. Let's see, where's an arrow? There it is. Okay, so Tuesday night, let's fill that in and let's so Tuesday night the game happens, right? So we see like Tuesday night the game happens. This is like their correspondence message deleted by PlayStation safety. So let's see. I didn't realize that there was something deleted. I bet I can pull up an original. Give me a second. I bet I can find that. It shouldn't be too hard to find that. Wild quit. Let's see. Okay. I found it. So the original message right here. So the original message, GG clown boy, and a heart. So that's not necessary, right? None of this is really necessary. It's quite entertaining though. So it says here, message was deleted by PlayStation safety. So does that mean that Wild reported this guy? Did Wild report BKO? I think that's what it means. Message has been deleted by PlayStation safety. Now we look at Wednesday. BKO responds with, hope you have a great day tomorrow. And then he later responds, just had lunch, feeling pretty good. And then a little bit later, GG yesterday, by the way, the response after that with, I don't think I got a chance to say that. Friday, again, 2 days later, another message. Have a fantastic weekend, brother. And then Saturday, even further messages. He says, God bless us with another beautiful, I think he meant to say beautiful day. God bless us with another beautiful day. Smile and enjoy every second of it. So he just he sent in on positivity, right? He sent in on positivity, nothing negative here. And then also this morning, a little bit after that, I received these messages here from Wild. The messages from Wild says, you should boot that dumb Buccaneers owner. This MFer has messaged me on PSN like 15 times since I left the league. You didn't, saying you left the league isn't selling it right. You rage quit the league. He's messaged me 15 times. And if we go back, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven times. He's messaged you 7 times, Wild. 6 out of the 7 was messages of positivity. However, he's messaged me like 15 times since I left. Rage quit. Since you rage quit the league, he's about to have bigger issues at hand. I simply respond with, not booting him. You're welcome to proceed as you wish. Was there more? I then Wild ends up responding on PlayStation Network to BKO, and he says to him, hey man, you want to grow the F up and stop messaging me before you catch a harassment charge. BKO responds, hey man, I think he meant to say message. I just messaged wanting to spread love. And we look back at the message. It's exactly what he did. Spread love. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day as well as your lawyer who thinks they can file a harassment charge over PlayStation messaging. You know, you make your bed, right? Like, you make your bed and you got to sleep in it. You make your bed and you got to sleep with it. End of the day, wow, I don't know if you're going to see this video, but end of the day, man, like, I mean, you made the bed. So, I mean, you could have gone out respectfully. You could have finished the game, and in the aftermath of the game, just be like, okay, man, the way the rules are, it's not for me. Best of luck. And I would have been, best of luck to you as well, my brother. That's not what happened. You rage quit. You rage quit. I've got no love, no respect for that, right? Like, this is like, listen, I suck at Madden, so I get destroyed in Madden all the time. And you know what? You'll never catch me doing rage quitting. If you face an L, take your L, move on to the next game. It's not what you did. You agreed to play in a league. You read the rules before you joined, and what happened after? I mean, that's on you, my guy. As for BKO, he's just sending you a little bit of love, and like, if you can take this little bit of love in the aftermath of you rage quitting, then like, you're like, you should know better. Wild, if you're seeing this, if you see this, like, you should know better, my guy. Like, I can't control what BKO does, and like, I've asked BKO to lay off, but I mean, what BKO does is on BKO. In the end of the day, you rage quit the game, and you robbed him of his stats that he did deserve. That he did deserve. And do you know what? Not only did BKO deserve the stats that he got, but that L that you got, you equally deserve that, my brother. Um, those of you who checked out the video, thank you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Even you, Wild. I love you as well. Learn to take a loss. Maybe read the rules of the league before you join. And if you find yourself in a position where you join a league and then you no longer want to be in that league, I would advise go out respectfully, not with a rage quit. Peace.